What's up, YouTubers? Nova Blazer ZX is back here with another deck profile video on Fire Kings, updated for the 2014 format. So I know I've been gone for a while, and like to apologize that I haven't been making too many videos and such. Been busy, a lot of stuff with college and schoolwork, a lot of events happening, and just life, you know. But yeah, I've also been having some trouble trying to upload videos because for some reason my YouTube's being stupid. And I've been trying to upload this deck profile for a while now, but for some reason the system doesn't seem to like accept the videos for some reason. So here I am just trying again to see if this video will actually upload, and I really do hope it does. But yeah, this is my Fire King deck, and it's been performing very well these past few locals. I've been getting some consistent tops in places and stuff. And yeah, I'm just glad, just really proud of this deck with what it's doing so far. Still kind of incomplete. It still needs wolf barks and stuff for the extra guy, but overall it's been performing really well. So I'm gonna make this video probably as quick as I can because I'm really pressed for time, and that's probably why my videos haven't been uploading. So yeah, let's get started. So we'll start with the main stuff, the main monsters. You have your triple Garunix, which is very self-explanatory, very standard in every build. Your boss monster. The triple Yaksha to set your plays off, to set off your Garunix, set off your Barongs, and serves as your Beast Warrior targets for stuff like tanky and such. And yeah, there's your Barongs, which are your searchers. Again, 18 beat stick like Yaksha, and sets your plays going, searches for your spells and necessary stuff. The one bear, which is always great. He's there when you need his effect. He's there as a, you know, he's there to search out your tankies and stuff, get rid of problems. Yeah, but one bear is a staple in this deck in my opinion. And if you want to, you can even blow your own Fire Kings with bear, which is like a very good play. Now for my searchers, I run double Fire Dog, which are very good first game. I've had Fire Dog go off against like so many decks. It's always nice to have when your opponent least expects it, when you have like a big monster on board and they decide to set a weaker one and then gets over it and nets you pluses. Very powerful first game, and whenever the matchup calls for it, I would always just at least side one out. It's always nice to keep one in because again, it's a very unexpected play, very surprise factor when you just decided to bring it out, and then it's just, if they're unprepared for it, it's just a free plus for you. So yeah, I like to keep two. We have the one-off blaster. I've been contemplating whether or not to keep this or take it out, but so far, after a lot of suggestions and trial and error and stuff, I decided to keep Blaster in because Blaster is just so good. He can pop any problems, spell and trap or monster-wise, and he's there when you need a beat stick while he's in your graveyard. You know, Blaster is just a very good card, practically the best dragon ruler out of the four in my opinion. So yeah, he's just very good in this deck. Helps you deal with it with a lot of problems and stuff. And for my personal tech choices, I have the one Brotherhood of the Firefist Leopard, and the reason I run this guy is because I run. It's really for the Leopard actually adds some consistency to this deck, and also he's searchable by Fire Dog, and you can also I also run the one-up Fire Formation Gyoku over the third MST because due to the fact that it is searchable and it's a really annoying spell. And yeah, Leopard is just a good way to start off. Some combos I like to do is like, opponent would have like one or two in the back row, I would summon him, tribute him, search for a Gyoku, and since I have no monsters, it makes Onslaught live. So plays like that, or I could just go for a Fire Dog search, and then grab him, tribute him, get a tanky, and yeah, Leopard's just that good. And finally, we have the wind-up rabbit. The only reason I decided to put this guy in, he's not really a bad idea. He's a beast warrior, so he gains he's searchable and he gains pluses from tanky. And of course, what I like to do is, of course, when your Garunix goes off the field and he starts snuking, you could just banish him, you know, and he'll come back next standby and stuff like that. Just there to add some extra damage on the board. But after play testing with him during the this week locals where I play second, he wasn't really doing much, and he's just there when I'm pushing for extra damage. I do feel like I would rather have some extra protection over him, so I just might take this guy out. But overall, he's like okay. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse right now. I'm kind of sick right now, but so sorry if my voice is kind of cracking up. But yeah, those are the monster. That's my monster lineup, and so we're ready to move on to spells. We have standard triple onslaught. Always run it in every build. The only reason I'm running 2 of these, and for a very good reason, I feel like you only need 2 because the reason is 3 circle is a very dead card. Circle is dead card first your starting hand because you definitely don't want to draw into like 2 of these, especially when you're running 3, you're going to draw 2 in your starting hand very often, and it's like really bad because you get like a Barong with no protection, and then you have like these 2 sitting in your hand with no graveyard. It's just really bad. I mean, again, it's not such a bad idea running 2 because they're searchable anyway, so you're gonna grab them one way or another. It is a solid card, but like I said, it's very dead with no setup, so I would prefer to run 2 to help the consistency more. Standard triple Tenki. Searches everything, basically. And the one of Fire Formation Gyoku, and 2 MST. I side 1, and like I said earlier before, this is searchable, and it's really annoying because it actually forces them to waste an extra resources just to get rid of it, and it's just a really annoying card, especially because the fact that they can't chain to it, which is pretty funny. So yeah. I run the one-off lands just for like extra beatdown and extra protection. I haven't drawn lands at all during my past few games, but so far I feel like it's a really good idea. So I have to see whether or not I'm gonna keep this. Book of Moon's too good, and we have the one-off Dark Hole. And last spell, 1 Rekindling, just 1. And like I said before, this card has the same problem with Circle. It is a dead card first hand with no graveyard setup. You don't want to draw into 2 of these, especially 2 and a combination of Circle without any graveyard. And this is one of the many mistakes that I have with a lot of people playing Fire Kings. They actually think like they could just abuse Rekindling and just make big pushes without their setup. I mean, it's great when it goes off, but when it's just going to hurt if it's just hurting the consistency of your deck, you're better off taking off the other 2. And again, I play a very different build compared to the usual aggressive builds, which are obviously not performing well considering I haven't been hearing any tops from them. So yeah, I play a much more control-based Fire Kings, which I think are the best in my opinion. But yeah, just run Rekindling in case you need to make that push to make those rank 4s and stuff. But other than that, you're focused on controlling the board with Garunix. So yeah, and these are the traps. One of Torrential. I got that secret, which is oh yeah, looks really nice. We have the one of Compulse. I'll get into these later. Well, one of Warning, 1 Bottomless, pretty stable in my opinion. Double Fiendish Chain. I run these over Veilers because they also help. They stop attacks. They stop OTKs and stuff, which this deck hates, and of course it gets it stops permanent effects like like let's say possibly Ophion without protection, Mace Strokes and Zen Lines when so they can't protect themselves when Garunix nukes the field and stuff, and plenty of other stuff. Let's see, two Gen Shifts. A lot of people keep saying this card is bad, but this has been like the best way to set off your Barong. This is the card I always want first hand. A Barong or Tenki in this card. Protect your Barong, set it off, add another one to your hand, search for a Fire King card next turn. What more could you possibly want? And if you want, you could even do stuff like blow up your own Garunix, add another Garunix to your hand, and special summon a Yaksha. And what I replaced with the 3rd Circle for is the one-off Destruct Potion. Because, like I said, this Circle requires Grave setup. Potion keeps you in the game. Doesn't require Grave setup, and you can just set it off first turn whenever you want to. And in certain cases, it also protects you from stuff like Crimson Blader. So, yeah. And the last two trap cards in the deck, which are practically the best in my opinion, double summon limit, because my deck doesn't special summon too much. Like I said, the deck is focused on controlling the board with Garunix, and again, a lot of decks like to summon more than 2 monsters per turn, because they want to make those Xyz plays, they want to make those synchro plays, and all that stuff. And, of course, this card is here just to say no to that. Nope, you're not going that far. And gives you an opportunity to nuke the resources they committed. And one of my personal favorite combos is having this alongside a Fire Dog, because, you know, a lot of the materials they put out are usually like under 19, and it's just for Fire Dog to get over and just, you know, net me more pluses and stuff. And it also forces them to get around it or put resources just to get rid of it. So, Summon Limit is a very underrated card, and I think every Fire King deck should give it a shot if they want to play control-based deck like mine. So, that's it for this part of the video. I'm pretty pressed for time, so I think I'm going to split this video into 2 parts. So I'll show you I showed you the main deck, so I'm going to go into the side and the extra right now. So, this is Nova Blazer CX, seeing you later.